Hey you guys, Lisandro here, and it's February 14th, Valentine's Day, and for those of you who are in relationships and all, I'd like to wish you all happy Valentine's Day. So anyway, so today is gonna be kind of a regular blog, and what I want to talk about is, and this is part of a new series that I'm gonna be doing, and it's is in regard to making YouTube videos. I'm gonna make a whole series in regard to making YouTube videos. Little pieces and advices that I like to give to people, not as just as a content creator, but also as a viewer. Because in reality, there are things that I've seen on other videos that it's really irritating as a viewer. And the thing is that a lot of the times I wish these are things that I wish the content creators hadn't done, because it in a lot of circumstances it explains why they're losing subscribers or viewers, or have negative ratings, or not that many people watch their video. So I'm gonna be making a whole series in regard to that. But for now, today I'm gonna start out with something simple and something that I dealt with yesterday. So a lot of y'all know that when y'all create videos, you have to keep a lot of the content. You have to be in the clear in regard to copyright laws and things like that. That means you can't use any music or anything unless express permission from the artist and the recording label. So if you get that to monetize with their music, or get you're in the clear with them, both the artist and the recording label. They monetize off their music with a certain agreement. Let's say like split the revenue that you generate with them and YouTube and so on, or they freely let you use their music as long as you credit them and all. Then you're fine. But this not only applies to music; it also applies to other things like for example criticism, movie scenes, things like that. And for that you have what you call fair use laws. Put a link in the description down below. But anyway, but what I want to focus more on is the images. I know a lot of people use images or scenes. Probably some of them are Creative Common and things like that. And a lot of them, they require you to credit them. Now, here's a suggestion and advice. If you're making, and this is something I dealt with that I pretty much learned yesterday, and it's a little piece of advice. If you're making a long video, a lengthy video where you're gonna use a lot of images, example images. Let's say you're making an educational video, just like the ones that I try to do. Don't use Creative Common images which require you to credit people. At least don't use that much. Don't use like an excessive amount, because what happens is that you're pretty much obligated and forced to credit the authors of these images, the owners of these images, under certain attributions. You have to in your description credit them. And the thing is that if you have an excessive amount of images in which you require to credit people, you're gonna have a really hard time, and it's gonna be really tedious. And what I want to say is this: when making a video, a YouTube video, the time counts. Why? Because if you take like way too long and your videos at a certain quality, then you're not being like cost effective in regard to the production of your content. You're not gonna get paid that frequently through ad revenue like you expected. And here's something I want y'all to keep in mind. The longer the length of time, the higher the quality is supposed to be. So if you take too long, you better make sure that you make your video really high quality in order to compensate like losses in time. And that's where I'm trying to get at. If you take way too long, like crediting, putting credit descriptions, that's assuming you got a huge amount of images in which you require to attribute every single one of them, is going to take a long time. And sometimes you run into little details like what I ran into yesterday, yesterday's video that I posted, where it's too long that it doesn't fit in the description. So pretty much what I had to do is put a link, a shared link to a text file which has every single attribution of every single image that I use. And in reality, you don't want that. It's very even if you can fit everything in a text file, it's unnecessary. And the second thing is that it's very time consuming. You already haven't consumed enough time making the video. You don't need to do that. Wasting a lot of time creating every single image and all. You can use a couple of them here and there, but not excessive amounts. The solution to that I found, and gratefully part of the images that I used on my previous video, they were public domain. When you do use public domain images in a YouTube video, you don't have to credit anyone. You don't have to credit anybody. It's optional, but you don't have to. So that kind of excuses a lot of having to credit every single image in your video and all. It saves you a lot of time. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much all that I wanted to talk about, and just stay tuned for my next video on this series. Next, I'm gonna be talking about talking, and there's certain details and certain things that I want to get at in regard to that, because there are certain ways that you have to talk with your audience and certain ways that you have to present things. So I'm gonna get to that. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to pledge to my Patreon, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.